Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tommy. Welcome back to the Dad Labs podcast. Padre Tommy, he's not here, as you can see. He's on a little vacation. It's his last summer vacation before his kids go back to school. But we got our boy Ian here. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Good. Thanks for coming, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
First time to the Dad Labs. And we're going to have a little fun today. And we're going to talk a little bit about what this guy does, as you see right here, and how that kind of works in with you being a dad, dude.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
So let's start off, brother. Let's, first of all, I want to thank you for coming in. Then I know the job that you do is pretty tough.
Yeah.
And people, call you guys heroes, and I just wanted to thank you for being so brave and doing the job that you do, man.
I appreciate you.
I mean,
yeah, no. I'm lucky to get to do what I do. It's a fortunate job that I get to do, and it's a blessing. And
yeah,
but I appreciate that.
It takes guts, man, and it must feel good. Like when my kid, I'm sure your kids do this when they go to school. The parents always have them write out the chalkboard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The back to school.
Yep.
And how many times my little one he wants to be a firefighter.
Yep. And
how many times do you see that?
Quite a bit.
Right.
A couple of my kids do it, and so you see a lot of those kids do the same thing. And I think I probably did it too when I was a kid. And
yeah.
So it's cool to see. And
right.
But
it's got to be, man. That's what I was thinking. I was like,
it's awesome.
I was like, if somebody would write, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?" A podcaster.
You made it, bro. You made it.
All right, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Just a little bit about you first.
Yeah. So I grew up around here. I grew up in Valley Center. My dad was a fireman, so I kind of came from a firefighter background. Mm-hmm. He worked in Oceanside. I got two younger brothers, so I'm the oldest of three. So I didn't know I wanted to be a fireman when I was younger. Kind of, thought about it, but
yeah.
As I kind of got older, saw my dad's schedule and the way that he was able to interact with my family and my brothers, and the way that he raised me and my mom, and that kind of set the stage for me. Didn't really know I wanted to do that until I was in high school. There was, we got a ton of fires here in Southern California all the time. Years ago, those happened, and that kind of sparked my interest to pursue that a little bit more, and kind of fell into it, and haven't looked back since. Fell in my dad's footsteps, I guess you'd say. And it's been really cool. The challenges that it brings, the opportunities, the benefits with the home life and how to raise a family, all those things have been really awesome. Every job has its challenges, right?
Right.
But the things that this job affords us has been really cool for my family and my kids. I get to spend a lot of time with my kids, which is it's super important to me. So
talking about that, that is really important. So tell me a little bit about your family, man.
Yeah. So I got 3 boys, all over the place.
Testosteroneville.
Yeah, my poor wife.
I know, dude. That's kind of like my lady.
She loves it. Yeah.
We had to get a female dog just so she felt a little estrogen.
We even got a male dog.
Stack on testosterone. I love it.
I think she's at the point where she wouldn't know what to do with the girl anyway. So
does she kind of turn a little kind of tomboyish, like you can see her be like, oh, look at mom's totally like getting down with the boys, or like she can hang with the boys. She can
totally hang with the boys.
That's like my lady.
She came from 3 girls, so
okay.
When we had 3 boys, like she didn't know what to expect and she didn't know how to do that, but now she can't think of it any other way.
Dude, our ladies are similar. My sister, my wife had 2 sisters, 3 girls. That's all she had knew, and now she's got boys.
Yeah. People always like, oh, you poor lady, like don't you want a girl? And she'll take offense to that. She's like, man, I love my boys.
Yeah,
this is awesome. These boys are awesome.
Okay, so 3 boys.
3 boys, so 13, 11, and 8. Okay. All baseball playing kids. They're athletic, love school, sports. Me and my wife have been married for 16 years.
Ooh,
so she's kind of been with me through everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we're busy, constantly moving around, grooving, but life's good, family's good.
Good. That's good to hear. I met this guy at the baseball fields at Escondido American Little League. I've always wanted him as a coach, and I always wanted to coach with you. And it never worked out either. My kid moved up too early. I mean, I think we've coached against each other
for sure.
a couple times.
Yep.
So, I was just like, dude, I always thought like you were a really cool dude. So I was just like, and then to find out you were a firefighter, I was like, this guy's just showing off now.
I always wanted to get on your team. That was the thing.
Yeah.
It was vice versa.
Yeah.
We saw you were in your team, and dude, this guy was awesome. And the chill vibes that he had. The kids all loved him, so we were
chill
kind of the same
vibes,
way.
right. So I was going to ask you why you became a firefighter, and you kind of touched on about following your dad.
Yeah.
But what else kind of inspired you to?
Yeah, so that was kind of the catalyst, I think, because when you're younger, like I don't really know exactly how I wanted to get into it or why necessarily. I saw my dad, and I always did ride-alongs with him as a kid, and saw how
you were like bred for it.
Kinda, yeah. It seems to be that way with the fire service. A lot of either one of the kids or somehow you wind up in the family and taking on that job. But other than that, the more you get into it, you develop your own reasons for staying in the job. You kind of have the catalyst of my dad and seeing those fires and seeing the opportunities that they got to help people. I mean, that seems to be the constant theme is like, I want to help people.
Right.
And that is true. That is very true. And you want to make a difference. And it's a great opportunity to do that on a daily basis. The other thing with that job is it's not a 9-to-5 sitting at a desk job. So for guys that are active, like a challenge, every day is different. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I always say I get to go to work with my best friends. So
That's
I get to go spend every day at work with my buddies. And we get to, solve problems all day long. And it's an awesome job.
Not small problems.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they could be small
There
problems.
are small problems.
Right.
You get the smallest to the biggest problems out there. So it's really cool that every day is different. And so those are some reasons too. And also it really truly is awesome to be able to help people in their time of need.
Yeah.
I say that, it sounds corny when I say that, but it truly is rewarding when you get to do that. Not everybody needs our help right away, but when you get those opportunities where you do get to make a difference, it is really, really cool. It is fulfilling. And it's a really awesome experience that you get to be a part of. So, and with the team, the guys.
Dude, I want to be a firefighter, bro.
We're hiring.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of get what you're feeling. Like I wasn't anywhere close to what you do, but being in a clinic and working as a medical assistant, like seeing the patients every day, just have a little of that satisfaction of like you helped somebody. Yeah. You're just like, that felt good even after all of the other stress that has to do with work.
Yeah.
Dude, so what does your schedule look like?
So our schedule's weird.
That,
Yeah. We have a weird schedule. Every fire department has a little bit different of a schedule. Ours is called 4896.
4896.
Yep, that's the baseline schedule. So basically we work for 48 hours straight and then you get 96 4 days off.
Okay.
So that's the baseline schedule. That never works out.
So you're always getting called in.
You're always getting called in. Okay. Somebody's always sick. Somebody's hurt. We send a lot of guys out on fire. So Southern California, it's fire season. 12 months a year. So we have guys constantly gone. So we're backfilling for those guys to cover. So it turns into more of a 72-hour shift, or sometimes even longer, up to 96 hours.
So if you have to work extra, do you get an extra day off? No, you still just get your scheduled days off and then you're back.
So like right now, I'm in the middle of a kind of a bender. So I'm doing 72 on, 72 off, 72 on, 72 off.
Woo!
So for 3 weeks, I'm doing 72-hour shifts. And you can get held over too. So we have a thing called mandatories. So we have it's called constant staffing. So there has to be somebody in the fire station, right? You can't have a fire station unmanned. So if somebody can't come in and they can't find somebody to come in, you're not going home that day.
Yeah.
So you may think you're going home, but that comes down. That's, hey, we can't find a guy. So surprise, you're not going home.
Stay. You got to stay, brother. Sorry.
So that's kind of the standard schedule, but it never quite works out like that. But you get used to it. Yeah.
So, so getting used to that's got to be tough, man. And when we're talking about, being in the dad labs, like your family's got to get used to that too.
Yep.
So how does your schedule like affect, the household, like running errands, backyard stuff's got to get cleaned up. Like, I know you got 3 boys, you put them all to work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And how does that work, man?
Yeah, so I try to schedule my, your chores and homework and the honey-do list based upon my days off. That doesn't always work out, but mowing the lawns has got to happen within the 3 to 4 days and doing all the stuff, and then try to prep everything to be gone for 48 to 72 hours. But then on the backside of that, my wife handles like everything. She's amazing. The things that she's able to handle by herself. Everything wrong happens when I'm gone at the house. Everything breaks. The kids get sick. Like everything happens when I'm gone. So she handles business at home. And it's pretty impressive. It takes a special type of woman and family to be able to
Yes,
do
sir.
the things that they do. And she homeschools the kids too. So
Oh,
it's like,
Lord.
so she's got her hands full, and I don't know how she does it. She's a saint.
She's blessed, brother.
She is.
And I'll say that every time we're on Dad Labs. We always say a dad isn't as good unless he's got a really good lady at home.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, so when you're gone and she's handling everything, and say there's an issue, like, okay, say you said something breaks or the kids won't stop fighting, like I used to hate it, you know, like even if I'm away, like went to go visit my daughter and like the kids are acting up and, you know, the ladies have to vent, man. And you know, so they keep it in. Like, do you get a lot of that and feel like lost? You're like, oh, I wish I can help, but I'm here.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, she calls all the time, and like there'll be issue at home, and she'll vent. You know, like, why does everything happen when you're gone? So, you know, I try to do my best to talk her way through it and try to encourage her. And she does the same with me when I have to be gone.
Yeah.
But you know what? We get through it together, and we're able to talk through it. And if I got to talk to the boys and if they're having attitude stuff or acting up, like I'll try to get on the phone and take a turn with them, you know, try to help out with that. So,
yeah, that parenting could be hard. I mean, do you touch bases back when you get home, or it's just like we handled it on the phone and that's when it's done?
Yeah, if there's serious stuff we need to talk about, then Dad's coming home and we're gonna have a talk.
I remember when I was young, it used to be, ooh, wait till I get home, boy.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, my bad.
Keep them in fear for another 24 hours.
Yeah, totally, man. That can be tough, man. And I wouldn't know how to handle that, man. Like, I would just be like, oh, so at the end where I just want to get there and help out. But that's just me. I'm always trying to be a fixer, you know. I want to make people happy, you know. I wanted to know this. This is cool. How many dads work with you?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. I would say 90% of those dudes are all dads.
Bro, so it's like, you guys are just like a big Dad Labs podcast there, bro.
Everybody's on the phone constantly, putting out fires at home and at work. So it's just like,
do you guys like talk about it and give dad advice a lot?
Oh yeah. We're constantly talking in the cab. Like we'll be driving. People always wonder, like, it's a common question people ask. What do you guys talk about in the engine all the time? Like, what are you guys talking about?
You're all, it's so loud. I can't even hear each other.
You look all serious in there when you're talking. Like, no, we're just solving the world's problems. Like, what's going on at home? There's nothing serious going on in there. It's just joking and talking about home life and what's going on with the kids. And everybody's got different age kids. And so we're seeing kids all the way in college. You know, that we got one guy that's kids playing ball in college right now and trying to go the pro route. And so I talk to that guy a lot. And, you know, other kids have younger kids than mine. Other guys have kids younger than mine. And so we're just constantly like bouncing things off each other and what's worked for you, what's worked for him. Like, and
then like with me finding, you know, doing this and talking to different dads, you sit back a little and go, oh crap, bro, I don't got it that bad then, you know? Our people are just like me.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Comfort in numbers. Like,
oh, dude,
you're not alone.
That's so cool that you have that to go to. You're just like, you know, some people go to work and they're like, oh man, I got to go hang out with this person again.
Yeah.
But to have that love and that family there, man, that's awesome. A special dad bond, you know?
Absolutely.
So I always, and then a big question, have you ever saved somebody's life?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much you can talk about it.
No, it's, I think it's a lot.
Okay.
I don't know how to quantify that without sounding.
No, yeah. I mean, me on the side, I'll be like, we'll turn off cameras, and then you can tell me.
Yeah.
Because I'm into stuff like that, like the medical side of it.
For sure. I mean, I think we get the opportunity to make quite a big difference, like very often. We're all paramedics too, which is unique, especially here in San Diego County. There are differences. So you have an EMT, which is kind of your basic level guy. Then we have paramedics, which is like the advanced life support. And then, so we're all firefighters, but we're all firefighters and paramedics. So, it's very unique to San Diego or Southern California. Across the country, that's not always the case. You may have lower standards of care as far as what their qualifications are. So here we get a opportunity to go on a lot of sick people all the time, which is you know, sad in itself, but we get to make a big difference all the time. I won't say like how often we're saving lives, but it's very, very often that we get to significantly impact somebody's life and save lives. And whether that's in the trauma capacity with car accidents or fires, or medical is huge, right? We go on a lot of medical
nursing
aids,
homes,
nursing
stuff.
homes, we're there all the time, depending on your area.
I feel like every time I'm driving by a nursing home, there's a rig out in front.
Oh yeah, we're there all the time.
Yeah.
You live in my first in area, so like I would respond to your house in this area like all the time. I'm always driving around.
So if I'm like, dude, let's have Ian come over. I'm cook this bomb barbecue. 911.
Just start the smoker up. Somebody will call. We get calls all the time.
I got my smoker working all the time, man. And I think my neighbors say, "Oh, you just make us all hungry."
Yeah, totally.
I wanted to ask: is there a lot of schooling with becoming a firefighter? Because I know my little guy wants to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of schooling, especially when you get into the advanced, life support and stuff
For
like
sure.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always kind of try to quantify it to like you go into a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
It's similar time frame once you're all said and done with stuff, because you got to go to EMT school, you got to get your prereqs, you got to do your EMT time, you got to work as an EMT for about a year, then you got to go to paramedic school, which is about a year long. You got to go to fire academy, which is another like 16 weeks.
Okay.
You got to work as a paramedic and get some experience. And so once that's all said and done, your experience and everything's done with there, you're about 4 years in.
Okay.
You could do it in 3 to 4. Probably.
Okay. That's not too bad.
So
not
if you think about it in the terms of college,
okay,
it's not too bad.
So you've saved lives before. One life or many?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Oh man. So
yeah, a lot.
How does that affect you, man, as a dad? Do you know what I mean? Like what does that make you feel like?
It's I talk about this with some people a lot. It kind of makes you feel a little bit jaded to the world a little bit. And I don't want to lose that like sense of like emotion and compassion. I think they call it like compassion fatigue. Because it's, you go to your normal job and you do the same thing every day and it just gets over. You get over it.
Yeah.
And you want to lose like my job's a little different. The fact that I don't want to lose that compassion for people and what we're doing. But it does affect you. A lot of calls will affect us differently. Each guy has their own thing. We got peer support teams, and because you see a lot of messed up stuff every single day. And it's good that we get to shield that from the rest of society. And it's good that people don't know what's going on behind their back doors.
We really don't. Yeah, we really don't.
And it's good because they don't need you. It's like with my kids. Like I don't tell my kids what I go on every day. I don't tell my wife a lot of the calls that I go on. I tell her a lot because she's a good support system for me, and I get to bounce things off her. And sometimes I just want to vent and talk about things. But it for sure does affect you as a person, as a dad. It makes you look at the world differently. It makes you look at like how you're raising your kids. How you want to protect them from all that stuff going on in the world
100%.
and the things that you see, because there's a lot of bad stuff out there.
Yeah.
And so it truly does affect the way that I see the world, how I raise my kids, how I talk to my wife, how I want to interact with my wife, and how you want to raise your family as a whole. And it's a constant like struggle for me to kind of like check myself sometimes if I'm getting irritable and like why is that happening?
Yeah.
Whether it's sleep deprivation or just like just getting stressed out, like
kid problems are like all over you.
Yeah.
It could be worse
because there's so many big things going on in the world, and but that's every emergency we go on is that person's emergency, how little or big it is. Like that's their worst day.
It's their worst day ever.
Worst day.
With seeing so much, man, that you have seen, I just want to bring this up off sidebar here. How's your faith?
Yeah, my faith it's super important to me. Yeah. It's the main thing that drives me and that keeps me held together. We're involved in an awesome church. My kids are involved in their youth groups. My pastor is super involved with us, best friends with him. If I didn't have that in my faith and my walk with the Lord, like we would be lost because this world is so dark and crazy that's the only thing, kind of the glue that's anchoring us down. I got tattooed on my arm. That's Hebrews 6:19-20. It's basically my anchor, my rock. So it's my everything. So without that, we'd for sure be a disaster.
Amen to that, my God. Yeah. Amen to that. So, man, that's crazy. Are a lot of the firefighter movies that are out similar to what kind of like how well do they portray it? Like, like is it really? Yeah,
they're pretty cheesy.
It's pretty Universal Studio-ish. You're like, nah.
I think if you ask any fireman, like, what's the best firefighter movie, they're going to probably go back to Backdraft.
So I was thinking that in my head. I'm like, Backdraft. Yeah. It's got to be Backdraft. Yeah. Okay, so now I've heard about cooking at the firehouse.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was watching. Shout out to Chef Ramsay.
There you go.
Master Chef, and I think there was a couple of firefighters on there.
Yeah.
They're like, we cook at the firehouse all the time. They love our food. Talk to me about the food at the firehouse, bro.
Yeah, the food is. You talk to any fireman or any crew, like everything happens. We solve the world problems at the dinner table, at the kitchen table. That's where it all goes down.
So it's almost family style.
It's family time.
Yeah.
We could sit at that table for hours, whether it's breakfast, dinner, lunches. Like that's where it all goes down. So we try to make sure we take care of the guys. Like we're there for 48, 72 hours. So we try to make sure we eat well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the big
challenge
with the new guys. So.
Okay, so are the new guys always cooking?
Well, that's the thing. They got to learn quick. Like, if you don't know how to cook, like the thing you tell them right away is like, if you don't know how to cook, like go to your mom, like tell her to give you a couple recipes.
Call your mom.
Yeah, call your mom, give her some recipes, and go practice at home. Then bring them to the station. Like,
oh, it's that deep.
Oh yeah, like you gotta start bringing some stuff to the table because you got to contribute.
Okay.
When you're new, you're probably going to be cooking a lot more.
Okay.
But then there's a lot of guys that just truly enjoy cooking. Like it makes the time go fast.
They just want to take it over.
Yeah, like sometimes you got an idea and we'll make, dude, I'm cooking today. Like I got it. I want to make this. And so.
Okay. And so now is it an adventure? Because I see sometimes the truck over at the Vaughn's or wherever, is that like, all right, let's go time.
Let's go time.
What's the main thing that you guys, the favorite dish at your firehouse, the one person that makes this best thing and that's probably the best thing you've tasted there?
Dude, we got one guy that just makes the most killer Mexican food.
Okay.
So, like his family owns a grove around here and they do all that stuff, but man, his Mexican food and the things that he comes up with and the fresh salsas and stuff, it's insane. So
it's like
anytime he's working
there.
Oh yeah, he knows he's cooking probably when he comes in. Like
yeah. They're like, he's back, bro. What are we having?
He's back, but we got guys that are known for different things. Okay. And so
what do you cook?
Ooh, what do I cook? Dude, I got a couple of different barbecue recipes. I got this California chicken I make. The thing is, you try to be cost effective and quick and simple because you could get a call in the middle of it, and if you're making steaks is always the one we joke about because if we're having steaks and you're like, oh, it's great, then you get a call and you come back to a cold steak. There's nothing worse than a cold steak. So then you got to heat that thing up in the microwave. So you try to have stuff that's easy to make and that can be reheated if necessary and it's still good later on. So it's a weird balance that you
that would be hard.
Yeah,
that would be hard.
You don't want to cook things too complicated.
I can see you on the fire on the grill in the back and like all of a sudden the alarm's going off. You're all halfway through.
Yeah, or you got one dude like he's on the ambulance. So typically how it goes is if you're on the ambulance, you're going to have to go transport to the hospital and you're going to be gone for an hour and a half or 2 hours. So, but if you're cooking dinner, you got to pass along the instructions to us on the engine.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, okay, so you're going to need to like simmer down this wine reduction sauce and doing all this souffle, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, dude, I can't. We just made macaroni out of it, bro.
You're all Pizza Hut.
Yeah. So we just destroyed his meal. Like you can't have something so complicated that everybody else can't figure it out.
Demi-glaze.
Exactly, yeah. And we're like, no, it's not happening.
Is breakfast a big thing too? Is every meal a big thing or is it just dinner?
Yeah, so we do, since we work 48 hours, typically day 2 is when we do a family breakfast.
Okay, cool.
So we come in, you kind of breakfast on your own, but day 2, like we go to the store like you see us at the store.
Yeah.
We'll shop for 3 meals usually. So we get 2 dinners and a breakfast.
Okay.
So yeah, big breakfast the next day when you wake up. So try to big old family breakfast, lots of coffees always on, and it's you get some pretty good stuff.
Nice.
Guys throw down some pretty good food.
I can only imagine the conversations at the table.
Oh man, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's everything.
That's why I was like, hey man, can we film at the firehouse now?
I know.
It's just good to catch all that stuff, you know what I mean? I should have did the interview with the mayor first and got permission.
There you go. Yeah, Tito might let you.
Yeah. Okay, so I love the food stuff, and now the sleeping quarters, bro.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys like cot bunk beds, or how's the sleeping?
Yeah, so we got my station's the oldest station, so we got.
So you're on the floor.
Not on the floor. We got beds. We got good beds. We're just it's more like dorm style or so we got little separated dorms ish, and all stations are kind of like that. They're not individual rooms or anything like that. You get a twin bed, and you keep all your gear there. So like you have your locker, and got my bedding, and that stays there. So basically, I have 2 homes. You know, you live a third of your life at this fire station, so you got to have everything at the station that you would have at home.
Yeah.
So you got all your towels and bedding and clothes and everything there, and hopefully you're not working with a crew that snores a lot, and because you're right in the same room.
CPAP machines for everyone.
Dude, that's the thing. You start throwing socks at dudes to stop snoring and try to get to sleep before they start snoring again.
Dude, it sounds like almost like a boy's camp, bro.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's like you get to hang out with your buddies, and
I want to be young again and come back and be a firefighter. Because it sounds like
It's awesome, man.
Do you have any women in your firehouse?
We have our first female firefighter as of like about a year ago, and we have a bunch of female EMTs. So yeah, they crush it. And
are they just like one of the guys in the firehouse, or you kind of got to be careful?
No, they do a good job. They put up with us.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. They do good. Yeah, they're thick skinned, and yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
Now, who says grace before food?
Ooh, nobody does usually. We talk about it, and some guys aren't always on the same page, so it's like, they try to.
Hey, you're just to yourself.
Say it to yourself.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Dude, I love it. I want to go hang out at the firehouse, bro.
Come on over.
I asked you. Okay, you guys eat together. All right. So, anything else you want to add, man, to dads out here that I mean, dads like you as a firefighter, or just any advice that you want to give just to the dads out there watching right now?
Yeah.
The dad labs, we're here to talk to other dads, learn about dad stuff, and also help any dad that we can help out that's probably having a hard time. You shoot any advice, man?
Yeah. I was listening to a sermon a while ago, and it's one of my good friends passed along to me. And you remember Brandon Adams?
Yeah.
He used to pass this along to me, and it's always stuck with me as a dad and as a husband. And he talks about the pastor talks about, why are men going to bed like restless? You should be falling into bed every night exhausted. Like, your family deserves everything. Like, we do a lot, right? As a dad, you got to hold up the family. You got to go to work. You got to handle the business at home. You got the chores. You got all this stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're called to do as men, as fathers. And so that struck me pretty hard. It's like when I'm at home and when I'm at work, like, I'm working for the Lord first, but I'm also working for my family. So when I go home, I need to give my family everything. My kids deserve everything from me. They don't deserve the scraps. Like, if I'm at work and I'm giving 100% at work, and I go home, I shouldn't be giving my kids and my family the leftover 50%.
The 15% or
irritable,
whatever.
Grumpy dad. And I'm preaching to myself right now, because that doesn't always work out. That's what I want to strive to do, is they deserve everything from me. My wife deserves everything from me. She's been handling business and life and all the things. So we put the kids to bed. She deserves my time to hang out and talk. And when I fall into bed, like the pastor says, like, you should be literally crawling into bed. That should be your last thing. And those kids deserve everything. That's why I try to coach as much as I can. My dad did the same with me as a kid. He coached all my sports, and he gave me everything, and me and my brothers, and that stuck out to me as a father now. I want to pass that along to my kids. And as a dad, like, in talking to other guys, like, it's tough. Like, life's tough. Like, life gets super busy. It's exhausting. But your kids and your wife are going to remember the times that you put out for them and all the effort that you've given, and they deserve that.
Oh, 100%.
They deserve it. So if I had anything that I strive to do every day, which I fail constantly, but that's always my goal. That's the advice that I would have, and what I'm striving to do every day. So
I love that. I love that. It is hard, man, and we fall. And
Absolutely.
and we're lucky to have great women in our life to help us pick us back up. And same with me, man. My faith, without my faith, like, it would be hard to start to climb back up that hill, or go, up from the valley up to the mountain top. So with you on that. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask, man. We got to always, not only just work. And then coming home and taking care of the kids. But the wifey, man, you guys are able to get a lot of, like, dates and stuff, because that relationship is so important. I mean, it's God and then wifey second.
Exactly. That's tough. Yeah, for sure. We try to, getting date nights is always tough, because you got to find childcare and whatnot. And as the kids get older, it's getting a little bit easier, because they can kind of watch themselves at time. But, like, man, it's super important. And even if it's just at nighttime, like, I'm always exhausted, and she likes to stay up and hang out and talk and watch a show, and that's her time to decompress from the day. And I'm not always great about doing that, and I tried to be. But that's our mini date nights. And you try to get as many of those little mini date nights and time to talk and hang out and going out is even more important too if you can find the time to get
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it's tough. Yeah, it is. You have a 13-year-old, right?
Yep.
So now it's all about like if you trust them too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I mean, like, hey, you're 13, you can stay here, maybe keep an eye on your bro.
Yep.
We're just gonna go down here to Cenote and have dinner.
Exactly.
See how you handle
that. Yeah. We're close to that point where we're getting out a lot more. So I'm excited.
That's always important.
Get some more date nights.
Man, all right. So what we do here on Dad Labs is we do some questions, rapid fire questions.
All
right. So let's get into some rapid fire questions, baby. Here we go. All right. First one. I did this all related to your job. Burning building or your kids' science fair volcano gone wild. What's tougher to handle?
Ooh. Science kids fair.
Science kid fair.
100%.
Like, do people still do the volcanoes?
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
What is that, like peroxide and something?
Those kids are crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking them to Catalina next week to chaperone the 8th graders, so I'm like, it's going to be an experience.
Okay. All right. I know my kid's going on an East Coast trip with his school.
There you go.
All right. Here's another one. The hose slips and soaks the chief. Blame the equipment or just fake it?
Dude, we're faking it.
Yeah. You're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
So has anything like that ever happened where
there's pranks are the ultimate thing at the firehouse.
You guys are always pranking?
There's always pranks going on, man. That's the funnest thing.
Does anyone get the chief?
Oh yeah.
Is he super cool?
So we have a couple different chiefs. So like we have the battalion chiefs that are live at the fire station, and there's the chief, but he doesn't hang out with us too much.
Okay.
But there's constantly pranks going on. Yeah.
Can you give one?
Let me think of a most recent. Well, I'll talk about my own.
Okay. You did this to somebody, or they did it to you?
It happened to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
let's do this.
Burn myself. Like, so you can't leave your gear out. So every day you get off work, like you got to put your gear away, right?
Okay.
You don't leave it on the app floor on the garage. So I forgot it. I came back the next shift, and I'm like, man, my gear's gone. Where's my gear? And in my locker, there's like a little note. And it's basically a scavenger hunt. So I spent the next 2 hours trying to solve scavenger hunts to try to find all my gear. I finally found my helmet. Like the last clue was like, I think the clue was like, your helmet is somewhere that will see more fire than you'll ever go on as a fireman.
Oh man!
I found it in the barbecue. Like, but like there was stuff strung up like in the ceilings, like on the roof.
Oh,
like
that's
it was
classic.
everywhere. But like there's been guys will put like confetti in the vents. So you turn the rig on, there's confetti blowing out at you. They'll put IV bags through the ceiling, and so you're going to sleep and they'll just put an IV bag dripping on your head. Like there's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Don't use the half water or half saline sugar though. That's expensive. Just normal saline water,
just
please.
Salt water.
Yeah, that's it. That is hilarious, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
I could go on and on.
I'm gonna tell my son now, like, you gotta be a firefighter, man. It sounds like the best time ever. All right, third and last one. Alarm goes off 3 a.m. in the morning. Slide down the pole like a champ, or stumble like a sleepy dad.
Ooh, we don't have a pole.
Oh, you're lucky.
So we just fall down the stairs.
Those the stairs?
It's terrible. I've fallen down those stairs so many times.
Is it hard, man?
It's tough.
Ooh, trying to shake it.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough. And I drive, so I gotta like be on quick.
You gotta snap into it.
I gotta snap out of it. Yeah.
Do you just drive and then just stay behind the wheel and just maintain the rig, or do you actually partaking too?
Yep, we go in. So we all, like, I started as a firefighter paramedic, and I was the firefighter paramedic for like 10 years, and then I promoted to an engineer. So I drive now, work on the truck, but we still are like the backup paramedics and still function on scene to help out on whatever they need.
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Let's get in and go.
Utility guy.
Oh my God,
absolutely.
Dude. Well, this has been fun, bro, and I really appreciate you coming into the Dad Labs. Yeah. I wish Tommy was here, but he'll see it, and he's here in person. I want to get like a little
need a cardboard
Tommy, yeah, for either one of us. Man. When someone's not here, we'll just put a seat and put their cardboard in.
AI right here.
I know, totally AI can do that. But man, yeah, thanks a lot for coming in, man. You guys can check us all out on YouTube, subscribe. We finally hit over 100 subscribers.
Let's go.
TikTok, Instagram, and on Facebook, and on Spotify as well. Thank you guys again. And thank you, Ian. I appreciate it,
Thanks for having me out, bro.
All right,
appreciate
man. You. All right, you guys have a good one, baby. Dad Labs, we're out.